Good Grump Day, everyone, and how was your weekend? Mine was actually very good. I went to Central Florida Comic Con, so hard to say all those words together, I guess, and got to see a lot of cool costumes. Very confusing because I don't know anything about anime. Well, like 0.001% about anime, and a lot of creatures, characters, etc. I didn't know what they were, but you could tell these people put a lot of work into their costumes, and it was really cool. And my lug had a section right there where you get tickets and VIP passes and everything. So we were right there in the front, and people got to come through. And five of us from Greater Florida Lug brought different mocks. I brought the Tiki Bar. It's on its final farewell tour, anyways. So I brought that. I brought the Crypt of Karen and the Medieval Tavern and my battle tanks from when I used to go play at Atlanta Brick Co. Battle tanks. I still have them connected and put together. And from that, I also received about 4 pounds worth of Lego bricks and pieces for my lug. So I got to sort through all that, but I'm doing that later on because this is getting changed up because this is just ugly looking to me. And it's just getting harder to, since I'm getting so many more pieces, especially these little itty bitty drawers, it's getting harder. My, 3 plates here thing is full. So yeah, I'm rearranging this, getting new cabinetry kind of things with 3 drawers, big things, and changing things up. That's later this week that I'm doing. But other than that, Rob, good to see you. You were here early. Tim's Lego Bricks, good to see you as well. Manatee, man, I feel like it's been a while since we've talked. As you can see, these are the 2 top, or the double feature builds that we'd be doing, which is the new 2026 January release city sets, which I think are great because fries goes with the hamburger truck, and this is probably the best tractor I've seen out of Lego City. And they both are $20 each, so great deal. But I see most of you, or 100% of you, say destroy parts of a mock. Is that still the vote everyone wants to see? The mocks? Well, it's the Crusader mock, but I'm keeping the middle portion because it has nothing to do with. It's more of an Indiana Jones thing. It's got the little shoot scene. It's been a while since last year. Yes, it's been a very long year for you, huh? So, well, I guess you guys don't want these, which is all right because these will be for a future build then. So, oh, Lord, this is why I got to clean the Lego room and organize. So I will bring the first part. They're kind of out of order over here on this table, but they are 48 by 48 base plates. This is the one I'm going to keep together, except I'm taking. Off to Lego camel molded camels are expensive, so I use the Minecraft ones to save a wee bit of money. So I can't really get it all in the camera, but this scene right here is Indiana Jones pulling out the gun and shooting the big guy with the swords. So I'm going to keep this scene. I'm going to remove these guys, and I'm going to add like a whole marketplace, and then I can take that with me as a mock, change it up a little bit. So this one will stay together. The one that's the middle of it too. So think of 3 48 by 48 base plates, and that's how long. That's how long this thing was supposed. Well, it is. So here is the. If looking at it, it would be the left side. So the very first part of it. This will probably be what we're taking apart. So here's one of the gates into Jerusalem. These are all the king's men's different factions. I even have custom flags, custom banners, things like that. Even a Roman guide because the Romans were there too. My Dragon Paladin, some Nexo Knight figures. I've got different factions, but I also have. The Leopard King, I just forgot his name. Not Benedict IV. But either way, so I have him going into the gates of Jerusalem to take back that section, and the third and final section that's over there that will probably be taking part. I'm not sure today if there's time, but I do have. This is going to clear up a lot of that table. Holy crud! So there's this part, and then here is the third and final part of it. So yes, it was a lot of tan. That is a lot of time. So this actually would go like that. And this no, wait. Yes. So this is the third part. The middle part, the Indiana Jones scene part, would be right in the middle because here's the gate. So they're all battling. So you saw the guys that were going through the gate this way, and the guys that are going this way. So this is the third part, though. So let me move. Slide you over. The third part. This is the world. Mostly, you can kind of recognize that this was once the Hogwarts castle, the big one. Partially, I broke it down. I put round towers. I put Middle Eastern prayer towers. Because, like I said, this was. It's got even the crescent moon right here. This was a Jerusalem mock, but I've talked it over with quite a lot of people, and they've all kind of agreed that with all the turmoil going on in the United States, all the political stuff, that this would probably be like on the back end. I'm going to keep the castle part because it actually, I think if I remember right, I made it on a Mills kind of system so I can pop it off. So I should be able to pop this off. I want to keep this. I'm going to take the prayer towers off and the crescent moon, but I like that this is still kind of like a castle kind of thing, and the fact that I have lights in it. So it's got a whole bunch of different color 1x1 square plates, translucent colors all throughout it, so it lights up really nice. I sorted some Lego parts earlier today. That's nice. I can see I got to do that, but it's so hard when all of these shoe boxes are full, and I've got a better system I'm going to be working on. Since I have room under tables, I'm going to have 3 drawer things. I'm going to go to the store and get a few of them. That way I can have the parts in big layers. So I am sad to see that this mock is going to go. I did put a lot of parts, pieces, and everything into it. A lot of love. Lots of camels. Guy even picking up camel poop. But, ooh. Even some gold. I forgot I didn't put in there. But it's sad. But it's got to go. Just because it's taking up space. And I need to build something better, I guess. So since you all voted for this destruction, I'll actually start on this one. Because I still love this part over here. All right. I go there. You go back here. Sad to see it go, but yeah, it's a lot of rock work. That's the back that attaches to the other side. This is the back of just the rock work. Man, I built a lot of cool stuff. I even used some things from the Harry Potter. Like this was the boathouse, but I modified it so that it would fit, and I made it look like a church in the distance. So I could keep that together and use it later on. There are some things in this that I might keep together for future mocks. I mean, I got that siege tower, and it needs to be used, right? So with the flags and everything I could take off, I've got plenty of bags and stuff for them. So, but it's going to be an easy thing since you all decided to do destruction. So it's not going to be much sorting because I'm going to do that off camera because if I sort and talk, it doesn't happen as fast. So this is just going to take off the expensive stuff and I'll separate things, but not as I'm sorting. Because these are the gold shields. These are expensive. I had 25 of. There you go. You can kind of see the mark on it. Yeah. These are those gold ones. I had 25 of them at one time. I gave a few out to Mark, Steven, a couple other people in the Lego community. So I probably went down to 15. But I had them all throughout this thing too because it was showing the glory and gold and everything like that. Some old lances. So what did everyone do this weekend? I'm still trying to get through my 55.3 pounds bulk and sets I got a week ago. That's going to take you a while. That's going to take you a while. I can see. Whew, that's a lot of weight. I mean, I think 4 pounds is a lot of, that I got to go through along with. I mean, these are all sorted. These are all different parts, and it's all sorted, but it needs to be in bigger containers. But I got to sort 4 pounds, and you're doing 55.3 pounds. Whew. That's a lot. But it gives you something to do on those rainy days, I guess. These flags are great. Like if you go to any of the LEGO conventions, what is his name? No, I can't remember his name. But he sells all custom like capes and flags. All these capes and not that one. He came with that. All these capes and flags all came from him. So, and real good deal on them too. Couldn't beat it. Oh man, lots of good pieces I used. Lots of good pieces. Sad to see this thing go, but I do understand with everything going on in the world. I don't need, people being mad because they think this is political. Check out the video, Grumpy. I will, because why not? But yeah, so I have a ton of parts that I got to sort as well. I've got a couple bins back here, but I think that's a never-ending job. Is sorting, because I feel like I get started on a project and the sorting goes out the window. But I'm going to break these pieces up, all the way down, break this thing all the way down. So at least I'll have the pieces ready. Oh, if you hear banging, that's my wife. That's going to sound wrong. So I'm going to say she's pounding the meat. She's using the hammer thing to beat the steaks and stuff. We're having dinner. Stop, you perverts. But this is also going to help with, because this is a lot of what was once the Hogwarts castle. So at least I'll have all the pieces back, but I need to make it. It's the whole of Lego 2. Yeah, that's true. I think they did it on purpose, give you an addiction and then make it worse by also having to sort the parts, search the internet for sets that you've been wanting for years or figures that you desperately need to complete a collection. See, they say, oh, crack is addicting. I think Lego is a drug. I mean, it's a good drug. It's good for the body because it's not internal. It's good for the mental. So I'd say it's a good drug, but a very expensive drug. Just wow. I love that meme that says adults only spend $256 a year on their hobby. Any hobby you have, you're not spending only $200. I don't care if you're into Pokemon, you're spending that on one card or one deck. If you're into cars, that's a spark plug nowadays. You might go, ooh. Let me know what day, because I have tree guys coming in, taking out a few of my oaks, Manatee. But let me know what day, because we need to hook up, my friend. We need to have another Lego fun day and another good lunch. Man always picks good places to eat. So if you ever hang out with him and he's hungry, which is all the time, and he's a skinny guy, skinny people can eat all day long, not have to worry about gaining any weight. But he picks out really good restaurants to eat at. Very delicious. But yeah, let me know, and I'll check my calendar. What the heck happened to my music? That's what's wrong. It's quiet. What happened here? Bless you. Why are you not connected now? Why are you acting up? Again, these technical issues. There I go. See? For some reason, I guess it was on pause too long and decided to do its own thing. But yes, I am down for OBC trip. Those people need to see me again. I bet they miss me. I don't remember the last time actually I've been. I think the last time I went to OBC was you and I met there again. Wow, that was a long time ago. That was last year. Long time ago. But yeah, I need to check on those guys anyways. Especially since beginning of February I'll be going to Atlanta for Atlanta BrickCon. So might as well see if they got anything interesting that maybe I'll get. We'll have to check it out. Oh, man, I made these things so good. So sad. So many parts. Like I said, I'm going to separate every part from it, for each plate, from each plate to each plate. Let's see how many buckets I have into these, just to this 48 by 48 base plate. Oh, so sad. I don't know where else to begin. There's so many pieces. So many pieces. But anyone else do anything interesting or going to be doing anything interesting? I've got the grand opening of Gainesville Bricks and Minifigs on the 31st that I'll be helping Lego Master Nikki with. And I'll be representing our lug and she'll be representing Lego Masters. So that's okay, but I'll be helping her get that ready and enjoy a grand opening there. That will be my second grand opening, going to my first as a helper, I guess, a volunteer, and but my second as a Lego fan because Mr. Manatee and I went to, was it Mount Dora? No. Yes, I think maybe it was Mount Dora. I don't know. We went to one of them. There's been so many opening up lately. Man, I even had jumper plates. Man, I really thought this out on this this mock. But it's better that I break it down now instead of debating for so long and it just sits there collecting dust when I can use these pieces on so many other things. Save me some money. Because this hobby is so addictive. And look at all these slopes I use. Can't wait to get into that rock work. That's another reason why these aren't working out, because I've got 2 or 3 of these just filled with slopes. And then 2 or 3 filled with inverted slopes. Oh, good God, I forgot I even put Easter eggs in here. Man, there's a lot of good slopes, though. Too bad I didn't use black pieces, because that would help on that DJ booth. This is more of those tans and earth tones and rock colors. But I figured it's not going to be as long of a stream, obviously, because last week was like almost 3 hours because of that Formula One car. So this is just going to be a little easier. But hey, Ryan, how's it going? The vote was to destroy a mock. So this is 1/3 of my Crusader mock. So this is what's left. A little bit of rock work. The tower is half down. The gate's still open, and the King's Men are still there. Once this gets down, I'll get to the next one. It's only 19 minutes, and look at this thing's coming down quick. Like the walls of Jericho. So I can tell I really need a haircut, so that's probably something I'm going to have to get tomorrow, because now I'm looking like the Misfits lead singer. Oh, you guys are young. If you don't know who the Misfits are, it's an old punk rock band back in the day. But yeah, I'm just letting my hair do whatever, because I really just need to go get a haircut. And I've just been lazy. So I got to get better at that. It's a new year. I got to get better with my Lego stuff. I got to get better with figuring out my mocks ahead of time instead of just throwing myself into them, because I'm realizing I do that and either I don't finish the mock and it sits around for a while. It's finished, but it's sitting around. And yeah, it's a time to get a little more serious on my building. So I think I'm going to figure out, I kind of figured out what kind of builder I am, what kind of mock builder I am a few streams ago. probably 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 streams ago. And that's more of like more realistic big stuff. Like the more I work on the DJ booth, the tiki bar is coming down, but the more I've worked on that over the year and the more I worked on everything else, I'm realizing I want to go big and realistic rather than, because I'm horrible at terrain. Even with practice, I'm just horrible at terrain for some reason. And but I seem to do well with big structures that are realistic, everyday items. So I think I'm going to go on that route, which is not bad, I guess, because I can kind of take my own category, which will be cool. You should smash them up. No, there's pieces in here I really want to keep. But if anyone is going to Atlanta BrickCon, you will see the tiki bar go off a table on Sunday. I'll do it live too. So for those that aren't there, I will have it live. I will set up a time and everything for it on my phone. But at the end of the show, the tiki bar is going over because it's so much reddish brown in it that it's been together for almost a year. Things have been added to it, but those pieces have cracked, crumbled. So I'm going to take the valuable things off, like the lights, the fish tank, because I like that fish tank. I put a little bit of work into that. And obviously C-3PO. But the rest of the mock is going into a bucket off the table. So if you're there live, you'll see it live. If you're not, you'll see it live on I don't know if I'll do it on, I'll probably do it on, I don't know if I should do it on Instagram or if I should do it on YouTube. I'll probably do it on Instagram. I haven't done a live on Instagram. So that's it. I will do my first live Instagram at Atlanta Brick Co. or the convention. They have the same initials. And I will do it. I will do it there. I think that'll be nice. It'll be a good send-off for it. I don't know what song we should play for it. Taps is, reserved for other things. But maybe SpongeBob, since it's, make it live over a pineapple over a sea kind of thing. Wow. So you can see how many arches I used in that thing. 3 of these giant 1x8, I think, or 1x10. These old school, big arches. Those arches. 3 of those just for the gate. I really put a lot of work into it. And then these are for the sides. That's all right. I've got pictures of it. And I've got videos of it. But look at these pieces, though. Look at that. A 2x8, 2, 4, 6, 8. 2x8. Long plates. I'm telling you, good pieces I used on this thing. But now it's on to bigger and better. I haven't finished my Lego pizzeria mock. Young man, you've been working on that for a year now. A year plus. You get on that. Get in your room. Well, you are in your room. So get in your room and do it. I still haven't finished up my build. I don't know what to finish it off with the way I want yet. Well, what are you doing right now? You can listen to me yammer on. Get to it, young man. I did that with my 2.4 meter tower I built, and that's on my YouTube channel. I think I did see that. Because I've seen a lot of people do that, and I'm like, you know what? I'll never do that with my Lego because they'll break pieces. But when majority of the tiki bar is old reddish brown and breaking anyways, like the whole back, which I don't show people unless you're like exhibiting, you're at the conventions, and I can show you the back if you come around the table. Most of those reddish brown pieces are all fracture cracks all throughout. So I'm surprised the tiki bar still holds up. And I'm looking at it because I unpacked it last night from the truck from that convention I went to, and it's still standing, roof and all. I don't know how. Something's holding those reddish brown pieces together. But Atlanta Brick Co. or Con, that event, that'll be it. I'm gonna send it off. I would, if it was fake Lego, I would do it a Viking way. Like we'd go out to the parking lot and I would just set it on fire. But no, I'm not doing that because this is Lego. But that would be funny though. Man, 2.4 meters. That is a huge tower. And I think I did see you do that. I think I did see that. Are you going to be there, Manatee? I'm building a 21st century Great Hall minifig scale from the Harry Potter. Nice. The 21st century, so it's going to have like segways and, internet cafe and coffee stations. Children, you're late to class. Get your espresso first. Ooh, that sounds so good. We got that Keurig that you pop in those little K-pods in. We got the hot chocolate stuff because, Florida got a little cold weather these last couple days. I'm still in shorts and flip-flops, but it got cold weather these last couple days, and I've been using the heck out of that Keurig. Heck yes, I want some hot chocolate. Good God. If I had the patience, I would count how many pieces I actually put into this thing. But as I'm already that much into, oops, except for that one. What a masonry, but why did I don't know. I was just using everything and anything. Oh, the times I had with this thing. But now the walls are, the gate is down. The king's men can come through. I keep you all with your. Oh, this is a paladin, a dragon paladin without the dragon head and a cape. I was like, that is different armor, but it's the dragon paladin armor. I was wondering what I did with it. Having a wee bit of fun with this. Oh, don't you snore over there. One of the dogs wanted to come in with me. All right, let's grab you. I even had a black falcon in there. Look at that. Some old fantasy knights. Oh, even the red and white lion knights. Yeah. Lots of different knight factions I had in this thing. I even took off because it broke, and it's sad is I don't know if any of you have had a minifigure that's done that, but the arm broke off and part of the arm stayed in there. So I gave him an axe in the other hand, so that's his battled arm damaged. I keep that torso. I think it's funny. But yeah, I had old shields with them. I had decked them all out. And then there's the mighty dragon paladin. Him and his weapon have to go back in with the paladins. The paladins and the wolf pack. They stick together. For some reason, they're allies. Not really. In my world, they are enemies. Oh my gosh. Maybe people to not use. I'll have to go through this and grab those capes out later. Those are nice capes. Lots of heart. And then here's my little Nexonite. Little Aaron. Running around with an axe. Don't know if that's a good idea because he's a child, but you go in the Nexonite box. Nexonite box. That's right, I have a Nexonite box. I'll separate you guys later into your right factions and the boxes that I have millions of. Oh, still have the old look, but dyed it up, and the tan that came out of the tower is going into the Great Hall. Oh, I'm definitely going to be checking that video out. For now, the horsies and their coveredness, bards. I forget what they're called now. I don't know why. Long weekend, I guess. Oh, this one. Put it in there. I have a bucket for horses, but it's behind me. These were the trees from the Hogwarts castle set, so I kept those together because they make great little. I know for that castle they're meant to be. It's micro build, so these are actually bigger. But for this setup, it was good as like olive trees or things that they had kind of in the Mediterranean that are small green trees like these. So that's why I used them. And they were already built, so it was just common sense. Finally, my Kmart just got in most of the... Did you say your Kmart? Oh, I'm sorry. I got to go all the way back up. Hold on. Hi there, Grumpy J. Just thought I'd say hi. It's 10:17 in the morning for me eating brekkie. Ooh, you're Aussie, aren't you? I think you guys are the only ones that say brekkie. I still want to try Vegemite. I don't know why. I heard so many things about it, and I still want to try it. But got the Ninjago Master Dragon to build at the moment, and sorting CMF duplicates to upload online for sale. That is awesome. That is very cool. Yeah, I'm really liking the Titan mix that Ninjago makes. Like I said, you can kind of see Cole's Titan mech right here next to the painting, the Van Gogh painting. They used everything in that. I mean, just to make the knees move, the ankles move, everything. I'm not a Ninjago fan, but I do like mechs. And Exoforce had some great mechs, but they need to bring them back and make them bigger. Because I like the Titan mech series that they have for each of them, the ninjas. I know that ninjas don't need mechs, but this mech's pretty cool. Yep, Melbourne, Australia. Look at me go. I know you guys call your breakfast brekkie. I think that's awesome, though, actually. Because I hate the way it was explained to me, like in first grade when we were learning like spelling and all that and what words mean. They're like, breakfast is because it's a break of your fasting. Blah. I'm like, that just doesn't make sense. Why don't we call it like what the hobbits call it, first meal? You wake up, what's the first thing you're doing? You're grabbing your first meal. I mean, after you shower, do all your other stuff, but I don't know. But things like that. Like, where did the word cow come from? Like, why don't we call them moo-moos? Why don't we call certain things what they look or sound like? Because, I'm sorry, if I'm going to a foreign land and I'm like looking at cows and I'm like, I don't know the language, I'm going to make the sound. And that's kind of a universal thing because I think every cow makes kind of a moo sound or kind of, hey, Morgan, how's it going? So if we would just revert back to like easy English and just be like, that's a moo-moo. What do you call that? Oh, that's a baha. A sheep, a goat, or whatever. But, let's keep it simple. Then when you go abroad to other nations and you're like, that is a beautiful moo-moo, like Scotland. They're Highland cows. That's a long thing. Oh, it's a Highland cow. Why not go, what a beautiful moo-moo, long-haired moo-moo. It describes it and everyone kind of knows what it is. Grumpy, you're not watching the Sharks-Panthers game? What do you think's on the phone? It's on silent. I'm still disappointed in my 9-1 loss against the Hurricanes the other day. That was horrible. But yes, I've got my Panthers going, believe me. But what's even funny, speaking of hockey, I'm going off topic because why not? This is Grumpy J. The convention in Atlanta is also hosting, but this part of the minor league hockey team that's up there, the Atlanta, I forget what they're called, Gladiators. And then they're playing the team called Jacksonville Icemen. Two things. One, the Jacksonville says Florida. So I'm going to wear my Florida Panther jersey, my Florida Panther hat, support Florida team. And then I thought about how funny it is if people are chanting, let's go ice for Jacksonville. Because my sick twisted mind just started laughing when I saw what team they were playing against, because I can only imagine people chanting let's go ice with all the problems with ice. That's just me. I'm a sick, weird individual. I'm sorry. But I am going to represent my Florida Panthers while I'm watching a Florida team go against a Georgia team. So I will be representing my major league boys. Plus, I figured it'd be funny to be the only guy in red. Man, I use so much stuff in this thing. Oh, Lordy. Star Wars mechs are cool. Yeah, Star Wars mechs, I agree. But the shock one is good if you want to get shock troopers and get a whole load of them. It's kind of like the cheapest way, and then you get parts. 109 and Ninjago Dragon, only 4. I need to every dragon. Oh, nice. I only have one of their dragons, the old water dragon, the big blue one that just every bit of it moves. That one's really good. King Morgan has joined. Oh, you're watching. Yes, of course. Go Sharks. Hey, if they beat the Panthers, that's good. My Panthers I don't know why they did a change up like they did with the players this year compared to last season. We should have kept what we had. We were winners, but it's okay. NFL Bears lost. Yeah, I saw that. But hey, Seattle. Did anyone think that Seattle Seahawks would beat the 49ers 41-6? I didn't see that coming. I like watching hockey. Hockey is great. Ice? Question mark. Oh no, damn ice. Yes. See, that's what I'm saying. That to me, that's kind of funny with everything going on, and they're going to be like, I'm going to probably have like a sign, "Go Ice." No, I'm joking. I'm not going to be that guy. But I was thinking about that. I was like, that's just kind of funny though. Like, what if there are people there? Because Jacksonville's not too far from Atlanta. Like, what if there's like some Jacksonville fans there, and they're like, "Let's go Ice." Am I going to be the only guy laughing? I mean, to me, it's like its own inside joke, and not, it's all by pure accident. New Zealand, we got 5.5 million people, but 50 million sheep, and there is American English and English. It's how people pronounce things is up to them. Yeah, but it's some things are hard. And what's the difference between a sheep? What was it? A sheep and a goat? No, a ram? I don't remember now. I was trying to remember. There was an old test question I had. And it was like, what's the difference between such and such and such? Like a bison and buffalo, blah, blah, blah. Because half Americans call buffalo bison and bison buffalo. And apparently what you see out in the Great Plains are actually bison. They're not buffalo because buffalo are supposed to be more water. Mother Nature's just confusing. What car do you drive, Grumpy? I drive a big tank. A true American SUV. No, it's not a true American SUV because Chrysler is not American made anymore. Chrysler is owned by Fiat. That's right. Fiat owns Chrysler. I drive a Chrysler Aspen, an 08, because it's paid off. It's a giant tank, 3-row seating, the full package, sunroof and all. I hate that it's got leather seats, but other than that, no AC, so I don't have to worry, but I have a great heater in Florida. And it eats petrol like a fat kid eating cake. My big American dream. Nah, it's got good gas mileage. Not bad for having 200,000 miles on it. I keep it simple. But my wife, on the other hand, no, I spoil her. I make sure she gets the new car. So she's driving the brand new car. Just because mine's reliable and hers has warranties. So I am definitely okay with that. Are you going to buy a new puppy? Oh, the new one? That is an adorable one, right? The golden retriever. I think I am, but I'm going to have to change the collar because that collar looks too much like a Scooby-Doo collar. And then I'd have to change the dog to match the collar when I could just change the collar for the dog. That's how I think. That's that man math or I don't know. It's my math. Lamb is a sheep two different names, like a roo or a kangaroo. Okay, so that's what I was saying, a lamb and a sheep. What's the difference between a lamb and a sheep? Yeah, see. There is a sheep, but from a sheep that the meat is called lamb meat. A cow, the meat is called beef. I'm confused. Just saying, yes. See? This is why English is the hardest language in the world because, one, we have too many dialects. I think English has more dialect. Let me think. What is there? 16 to 19 dialects of Arabian? Not Arabian. Arabic. Boy, that was a hard word. It's shorter. There's like a few, dialects. There's however many dialects in Spanish, But then you think about like English. We have Australia, New Zealand, UK, America. But then in America, we have our own states that are their own countries. So you have the South, and everyone thinks they all sound like yokels, but those are more from Tennessee and then West Virginia. And then you got the New York accent with their dialect and their words, and East Coast versus West Coast rap and hip hop all putting together, and it's a crazy mess with English words. You know, like we all say different things for the same thing in English. Why? Who divided us? Who divided us English speakers to just say so many things for the same thing? Like the Eskimos, there's 34 words for snow. It's white powder that comes from the sky or frozen water. Call it snow. Why do you got to call it 1,900 different things? I mean, how do you talk to your kids? Son, that is snow, or also known as snow. I can tell you 19 more times. That's snow. I mean, why? Why have so many ways to say the same thing? Ugh. I really did use a lot of parts in this thing. What was I doing? Who was I trying to impress? But at least I found where all my masonry bricks went. Why I was using them for them. The German language is just one language. Yeah, screaming. I say that and my ancestors come and beat me because I'm half German. But yeah, their language is definitely difficult. I tried to learn it when I was younger for my mother and my grandmother, but I'm stubborn and I'm not a good study as a kid. And I could understand it when I was younger, but trying to speak it, too many decimal symbols and everything like that. And I mean, just the way they say "I love you" just sounds so mean and like they don't mean it. And they're yelling at you when they say it, and it's like, what did I do? You're my grandma. But you know, it's always weird things. Yes, to true different states in the U.S., UK, Australia have different. Yeah, I'm sure it's. From what I heard, like England is the opposite of America. Like your North English people talk like our Southern or our South USA people, like our Southern states. You know, like the South England is like London and all, so that's their New York. And those people speak a little more proper or fast and all. And we have our Northeast of America, where Harvard, Yale, and all the, Boston all the way to New York. So it is kind of funny that someone told me that if the further north you go in England, the more Southern you feel. And I was like, that's kind of funny to think about. Like, I go up towards Scotland and all of a sudden I'm like, I understand everything you say. That's exactly what you call, I don't know. I don't know if that's true or not. I do need to make a trip one day to England. Well, more I'd want to go to Scotland, but definitely want to hit up the UK area. I would love to do Australia, but I feel like since I've lived in Florida most of my life, and Florida is the Australia of the United States, I feel like I'd go there and I'd be like, oh, look, a crocodile. I got those. Oh, look, a spider. Mine don't get that big, but okay. And there's things there that want to kill you. There's things here that want to kill us. I just want to go to the Everglades. There's my outback, right? Well, no, outback's the desert. There's my bush. I don't know. I don't remember what you guys call your woods. I've only been to certain parts of the Middle East and 2 days in Frankfurt, Germany. So, done a lot of Canadian touring. Got tired of Tim Hortons for a while. That's right. I'm sorry if you're a fan of Tim Hortons. I did get tired of Tim Hortons for a while. There was a long time I was eating Tim Hortons for a very long time. You can only have so much of so much. The Maori, yeah, their language. Oh, those are the originals, though. Those people have been there way before anybody. Hardest languages. Come to New Zealand, then. I would love to. New Zealand would be cool. And not because, I want to see Lord of the Rings. No, it's because I actually like to learn the cultures that I go to. Like, yes, I went to Afghanistan. I also learned a little bit of the culture while destroying the culture. No, I'm joking. I did learn stuff, though, because I was talking to my interpreter all the time. I learned languages. I mean, that's why this tattoo has got my call sign in Pashto. So if you could read it, it goes Palawan, which means fat boy in Pashto. So there's one dialect of, their dialect over there of the Middle East. So, but I learned a lot of the history of the area from my interpreter, and it was really cool. And when I was in Germany for the 2 days, too bad it was Frankfurt, because if it was more the Berlin side, that's where my mom's family's from. So I would have been able to talk to those people more about that history. But I was talking to Frankfurt people. It was cool. They're telling me like the history of that area. Except that for some reason they kept skipping over the 1920s to 1940s. That for some reason I was asking them things and they kept skipping over. I don't know why. But other than that, they were fascinating culture. Except for that like 20-year piece that they wouldn't tell me. Oh, is that reddish brown? Oh, good, it is, but it didn't break. I had that sound. Melbourne is like the LA, so many takeaway store here. LA is a Subway, KFC. Exactly. See? We all have the same stuff. But no, I would love to visit Australia and New Zealand. That long time ago, like in the early 90s, that was like on my bucket list to do. And then after that, it moved a little down. It's still on the list, but it moved down. Because there are places I'd like to see before they're no longer in existence. There's an actual island with people that live on it out in the Pacific that is actually, the island is disappearing. Not because of global warming and all that, just the island is just disappearing. And the people are like, we're going to stay here. I'd like to see that before it disappears. I would love to go see the Pantheon and go see Greek and Roman stuff. Because, like I said, I love history. So I'd like to see all that stuff before the world breaks out into major chaos that it's breaking into, and we lose all those treasures, and we never get them back. I remember when the Taliban took back over Afghanistan, and they got rid of that Buddha statue that was there for like 1,500 years, and they blew it up. Luckily, I had a friend that was up in that area that took pictures before it was all destroyed, so he was able to send me copies. And it was really cool to see how big that statue was. It was built so long ago. It was really cool. And, because of man, we all do stupid stuff and we lose history and stuff that we'll never get back. We'll just see it in pictures. Never be able to actually go look at it, go touch it, smell it, get a sense of maybe what those people 1,500 years ago were up to. I'd love to go to Egypt, but there's a lot of warnings about Egypt right now because of the turmoil that's going on. So it's like, well, it's not that I want to just see the Great Pyramids, but I'd like to go see other things. I'd love to go to the Egyptian Museum, right there in Cairo. But there's just, with all the turmoil and everything, and it's just not worth it. I'm not going to risk myself or my wife to go travel and something happen because I just happen to be, American or a certain color or a certain religion or whatever. Because my whole thing is, I'm just there to learn. And I'm not there to start anything. I don't want to start any problems. I mean, problems already find me enough as it is. So why would I want to? I like to experience cultures and stuff. Foods. Oh, especially foods. I mean, I'm a big boy. But foods, oh my God. To this day, I still can't find a place that has better rice than what I had in Afghanistan. Their long grain rice, I don't know what it was, and their chai tea too. I don't know what it was, but they had some good rice. And fresh goat. Daily. Oh my goodness. And I've had Mediterranean food, but I like to go to the Mediterranean and actually have real Mediterranean food. But again, everyone seems to be mad at everybody right now. And I hate, especially if you go to other countries and oh, you're a certain country, we hate you. Why? Because of your government. That's not me. Whatever my government or whatever the politicians that you hate at that time did, that's not me. So why do you have to hate me for something I can't control? You think we control those politicians? You think we voted them in? You think we voted them out? You think we do this and that? Oh, no. Politicians will do what politicians do. They really don't care about us. Because if they did, we'd all get together and every cure would be found for every disease. I'm sure there's people in Africa or parts of Asia or parts of other countries that or continents that there's a child there that will be born that will have the cure for every cancer, but because of where he lives, he's got to do certain things or go by certain ways, and there we go. We just lost. The amount of time we do fighting, we turned around and put our efforts into finding things. We'd probably be already like colonized other planets, and all diseases would be eradicated. And I'm not saying all peace on Earth, because you're always going to have disagreements. Look at siblings; they're from the same parents, and they will have disagreement, and they've had the same structure in life or whatever. They'll have disagreements. That's human. That's discussions. You have a disagreement, you discuss it. Maybe your point of view is better than my point of view. Maybe I'm looking at something all wrong and I needed an outside view. Just because you're out of school don't mean you stop learning. Unfortunately, I'm better at learning now than I was when I was younger, because I was more about getting away with stuff and finding loopholes. And if I would have just done any of the work, I think I would have been a little further. But everyone does what they do for whatever reason at that time. So it is what it is. German people still don't like talking about the war, but the German people are so nice and polite. Yes. Yeah, for some reason, they really don't like talking about that war. I want to see my castle in Northern England. It's called the Townley Castle, and I'm related to... Nice. Yeah, see, that's what I want to do, too. I'd love to go to Europe just to do, like, a whole 2-month castle tour, just where all you do is look at all these castles. Because I think that's what calls me to Scotland, is all those beautiful castles they have there. And the fact that my dad's family, like yours, having a relation to a clan there, my dad's family has a relation, because we're Clarks, to the McLeods. And we actually were underneath them as, what do they call it? Like, we're an allied clan that anytime that we were needed and called upon, we were basically like the berserkers. They're like, hey, we need some wild, crazy, half-naked Scottish guys to help us with this. And we're like, why? Let's do this. Because that's what kind of people we were. And my clan didn't have a castle, but the castle, the clan that we're attached to, the big clan, they have a castle and it's still up. And the chieftain of the clan lives in it still, right there in the Mid-Highlands area. So it's kind of cool. I would love to see that castle. I'd walk up and be like, my clan is allies with your clan. Can I stay the night? But I would love to even find some of those not Airbnb, but those, those hotels that are in older castles. The family still owns it, but they rent out some rooms. They give you dinners and stuff like that. That would just be so awesome. Anglo-Saxon. Nothing wrong with that. No, I'm joking. Like I said, my mom's family is, her whole side, both sides of her family were Berlin, like right in that area of Berlin and all. So she goes back, like her family tree goes all the way back to mid-1700s of her family being in Berlin, and before that, we didn't have records of our family. But my dad's family, they stayed in Scotland until about 1903 or 1904, I think it was. And one of my relatives came over. And then my mom's side came over like 1910. So my sides both haven't been here long. So, but I would love to see the history. I would love to go to Romania. and actually go see some of those castles in East Europe. But after seeing that movie Hostel, I don't know about East Europe. I kid. It'd be fine. Nobody kidnaps fat people. Why did you take Gaza as a thumbnail? That wasn't Gaza. I'm sorry, Captain Hook. If I took the two bottom pictures away, you'd actually see that that's Somalia. That is the footage from 1994, I think, 94, 92, 92, 94, Black Hawk Down. So that was Mogadishu. I'm not trying to put anything up with the whole guy. That's why this mock is coming down. I'm not trying to do anything with the whole thing. So yeah, that's Mogadishu, by the way. So I know we're having problems in America and with the Somalis and all, but that's a historical photo, so don't worry. And I've read the book. No, but no, that is a picture of when the first helicopter went down. That's the area the first helicopter went down at, and that's what that picture is. Grumpy, this is Rob's mom. Well, hello, Miss Olivia. Lying to me about your name, secret agent. My dad came from UK to Oz, so I got family in UK, so he told me about Knights of the Underground Table. Knights. That is awesome. That's cool. My name goes all the way back to 1300s. There you go. My name, unfortunately, being a Clark, is actually derived from the word clergy because we're scribes and things like that, apparently. And I kind of laughed because I was like, yeah, I write real well. But no, our name goes back to the word of clergy and to scholars and things like that. So my name doesn't really have it goes way back there, but you know, it's not like Smith that comes from blacksmith or things like that. That's cool though. You know, yours comes all the way back to the 1300s. That's a sweet time there. Nexus. Hello there. I've come to grace you with my presence. Well, thank you, Nexus. Sorry. I thought it was because of the sea. No, they are next to the sea, though. Mogadishu is on the right there on the ocean. Warm water, loads of sharks. But no, that's just one of those old photos that happens to be running around the old interwebs. So I used it. But I did look and I knew what it was because I take a look. I do all my own editing and own my thumbnails and all. So, because there are times I could be very cruel and evil, but I like to be this good Grumpy. People like this good Grumpy. I like when people like the good Grumpy. Only 3 weeks to the and I'm still going. You're right next to me. You and Rob Claxton. You're on the right side of me, and he's on the left side of me. So I'm gonna be in the middle. That's right. I'd like my own self out. Look at that. Self-editing. Don't pay for that. Let's go, table mates. Yeah, we should bring a tank, and we'll do tank battles. I'll bring my tank. I still have my shirt too. I'll bring my Gungan. What was it? The Gungan army, or it was the. Oh no! I still have the shirt though. It's in the closet. I just don't remember the name of the team now. The Guncraft. That's it. The Guncraft. Got to go, Grumpy. Good to see you, chat. All right, Tim. Good talking to you and learning more about your area as well. It's always fun learning more stuff like that. Like I said, I was terrible as a kid learning, but man, do I love learning now. This is his mom. How are you? I'm well. As you see, I'm tearing apart one. Oh, I forgot my Roman guy. One third of the Crusader mock. But I am keeping, since some of you have just joined us, I am keeping this part of it, but I will be taking the Arabian people away because this is the scene from Indiana Jones where he shoots the guy with the big sword. So I'm going to keep this and add some of this one over here, that one, to this. But this one and some of the troops are coming off and some of the flags because, you know, all the turmoil. Can't have anything. I just don't want somebody to go by and because of everything going on, I don't need them getting mad at my mock and tearing something up or taking a fig because I don't want to get kicked out of playing with Lego and being at Lego conventions. But if someone messes my stuff up, I'm afraid I'll not be medicated and it's just not going to be a good day for them. I'll finally get to uncage the demon. You know, that's been wanting to play for so long, and I don't want to do that. I kind of like this hobby. I like it so much I had to buy a bigger house because of it. The family tree stuff with in the history of how far back your own family is cool. I would love to find out how far back. I was lucky enough that my mom's dad was real big into knowing his family since they were from Germany and all. He wanted to know how far back his went. And he did all the research before I got into it. So I was lucked out on him. And then my dad's mom did the research on her side. So I know that. And then I've got Ancestry.com. I did some stuff on that back when it was a lot cheaper. Now it's a little expensive. And I was able to get in contact with some other distant relatives and stuff and figure out like where in Berlin or right in Germany, and they're on the east side, right on the I can't pronounce it, but they're right over there, and they most of them are still there. Just my mom's branch, her parents, and I think it was my grandfather's mother. They're the only ones that left the country and came to this country. So the rest of my mom's family is still in Berlin, in Germany. I ordered my stickers that I plan to pass out. I thought I had more stickers, but I ran out, and I don't know if there's time for me to order them and then come in. So I don't think I'll actually have stickers for the first time for a convention. But that's okay. That's okay. I made a Star Wars mock and worked on it for 2 months on and off. I really don't know when to stop. Literally sacrificed my knees for this. So I went back to the live stream and looked at your mock. Looks good. Oh, thank you. When it was all together, I had pictures and things all together and lights and stuff. It looked really good, but again, I'm not trying to go with the political stuff. I don't need people being mad because like I said, I love history and I don't need somebody destroying something just because I thought of the historical value and not the political value, because I really don't care what the politicians do. They're lying to us anyways, no matter what. They're going to take your money no matter what. So I just carry on. I don't watch the news because it's too depressing, and it's usually talking about the same thing over and over and over again. After one event happens, they got to talk about it for 2 weeks. It's like, didn't some kittens get born? Can we like get on something else? I mean, but that's just me. I ran live. That's because you guys are my only people I talk to. Man, a lot of good plates though. Look at that. Nice 8x8. This mock used a lot of pieces. A lot. I mean, this is only 1/3 of it on a 48x48 base plate, and I haven't even got to this section yet. My family name comes from a wether, which is the English term that means a feral sheep that is used for wool. So my ancestors were sheep herders or hoarders. Nothing wrong with that, except if you've seen that movie A Million Ways to Die in the West. You sheep are... It's such a funny movie. Nothing nothing wrong with that. It's funny, like if you think like some people go back to their families and like you figure out like why you're into certain things. It's because like there's a member of your family member like way back in the distance. I was into that too. Like you wake up and like I don't know why for some reason I just really know everything about horses, and you find out like one of your great grandfathers is like a cowboy or something. And you're like, oh, that explains it. Herder, see, there you go. And you're a college graduate. Jeez. And here I am with a Louisiana education. Way to go, Nexus. Way to go. Woo! Man, when I put this together, I made sure it wasn't going to come apart easy. Why would I do such a thing to myself? But at least now I have a ton of these giant plates I can use, like 48 by 48, because I've got 2 more over there that haven't been used yet. And that's what I'm going to do, some big mock. I don't want to do a bookcase because I've seen that already, but I don't know. I want to do something big, but not like overly complicated. Like you see like a lot of those people's castles or whatever, and they need like 20 crates. No, I mean like something a little bit bigger than my DJ booth, but something that's realistic. Kind of like that. Gotta figure out what my next big mock should be. Since Nexus, since you're here, since you'll be at the Atlanta show, you weren't here in the beginning, but I'm bringing an empty tub, taking a few things off the tiki bar, and the tiki bar is going off a table, and I'm doing it live on Instagram. So you'll be there to see it live, though. And then if any of you like pink lemonade, Minute Maid Zero sugar is absolutely delicious. I opened this before the stream, and it's gone. And it's got like 5 calories. My God, that's delicious. Refreshing too. Not mad at all. I just saw some edgy memes about Gaza destruction with a demolition truck and stuff. No, it's understandable. I understand where you're coming from. I was just explaining, my picture though, because like I said, I can easily take the bottom pictures off, and it'll show there's a certain building that's like right here. That's why I moved the pictures the way I did too. There's this half building right here, and you can see the bird laying like this. So that's why I put the I think it was the fry truck over it. But yeah, and it was during the daylight. I needed a picture of destruction because that's what I put in Google. Destruction images all, and that's all it shows is Middle East or Somalia destruction. I'm like, but I looked through a bunch and I found the one that I was like, I remember this such and such from Black Hawk Down. So that's the one I used. But if you look at most of my thumbnails, they're all confusing. I'm not an influencer because that's a job. Like, you actually have to plan. I don't know how those guys do it every day. You have to plan something, put a video out, edit it, like, make sure it looks good, have it timed out, lighting right. Like, that's actual work. I'm not afraid of work, but to be an influencer, you got to put in a lot of time, and I feel like you lose the love of the hobby or whatever you're doing. You're trying to influence. I kind of feel like you lose a little bit of yourself. You had joy in, I mean, some of those influencers, yeah, they take joy in that, but I mean, that's a lot of stress. And these guys are like in their 20s. I'm like, you don't need to be stressed out like that in your 20s. But so I don't think of myself as trying to be an influencer. That's why on YouTube, I only do a Monday show. But on Instagram, I share everything Lego related more on Instagram. It's just easier and faster for me. And I just love the Lego community, and I figured if I'm going to build or do something, why not talk to people instead of myself? Like, I think it'd be different maybe if like my neighbor was into Lego, or my wife or my kids were, and they're like, we're going to come there once a week and play, and da da da. It'd be different. Then I'd try to maybe I'd be an influencer. But this facial's made for radio. So is this body. But not the voice. Oh, I really did use a lot of good pieces this thing. And that's all I've taken off of it. The minifigures, this chunk of wall, and then the walkway here. That's all that's taken off so far. And it's been able to almost fill this tub up, which is really sad because I have a lot of tubs of that color from the old Hogwarts castle. But that's why I've got to get those new cabinets over there so that I have new setup, because this is getting out of control and I'm running out of room to put parts. So this has got to get redone. Thank God. Oh, what an event. I'll be looking forward to that. Yep. Well, because most of it's reddish brown anyways, and it's gonna break. Why is there a leaf? It's the back of it is, like I said earlier, Nexus, it's cracked like this. It's got so many fractures in it because of the reddish brown and the fact that it's been together for almost a year and traveling. Because I just did a convention this weekend with it, and I'm still surprised it's holding up. Even C-3PO is holding up. I don't know how he is. But yeah, you can tell. You can tell I was trying to use every piece from that Hogwarts castle. All the pictures. Anything and everything. There's the other one. Every piece I could use from that. No, but it's time. The tiki bar, the pieces that will survive, because it's going into a tub, so the pieces that break are going to be the reddish brown, but the rest are going to be tan plates, a bunch of tiles, a bunch of regular brick. So those will survive, and it'll just be an easy way of taking it apart rather than doing it this way. But this is because I'm keeping all these pieces, and these don't have any of the fragile reddish brown. But my rock face, my attempt at terrain rock facing, not very well, but that's why I'm going to change my style up a little. I'm better at doing the bigger builds anyways. I'm a little better at doing those bigger builds because the more realistic. Like, I would love to try to figure out how to do a big violin or a cello, something interesting, because I got to get better, especially if I'm going to keep displaying. I don't want to just display my little stuff that looks like a kindergarten made it. No offense if you're a kindergartner and you play with Lego. But I feel like, I think someone said it yesterday at the convention, it's when you look at your own creation so long, you're just like so sick of it, and you want to do something else, but you're like, but I can't yet. And that's how much I feel about it. My goodness. I have to go to like a master class on how to build terrain. I could see didn't use the right shadowing, the right techniques. Yeah. I don't know what I was thinking, but at least I tried. I gave it the college try. And good God, did I use a lot of misdirected parts. But that's okay. Do you have storage system? I do, actually. Because I sort by part. I would love to do by part, piece, color, and all that, but that would take a lot. I do by part. So, like, right now, this is my 2x brick. This is my 1x brick. Printed tiles, torsos, legs, torsos, heads. There's more back here. Plates, road plates, angled plates. The rest goes up. I got tiles here, jumpers, snot bricks, masonry, animals, floor, plants, windows, translucent pieces. So I do have a system. It's just, it looks really bad because it's all in these shoe boxes. I know where everything's at, but it really looks ugly. And I want to get like these things, but the big ones that are deep, and have them like stacked. Get 1, 2, 3, possibly 4, depending on how tall they are, and have one row of that. So that'd be 12 deep things because I have so many plates of just regular plates that I can just dump in there. But I would love to, if this room was a little bit bigger, I would love to do like what Mark Erickson and Steven have in their studio. Is they have a table with these edges, and it's a white table with these edges all the way around, and they dump it, and they're like, okay, there's the 5, 6, 7, 8 plates I need of that color because they'll dump their bin. And I would love to do that. Grab my plate bin and just be like, okay, I need 17 of this color. Good, good, good. That'd make it a little easier. But I think after I get rid of these things, and this will be more room for storage for other things, then my system will upgrade itself eventually. If you're starting out trying to do storage stuff, I mean, you always start with the small little things, but eventually just get the big stuff. I should have just gone big in the first place. I knew I was going to get overwhelmed with parts and pieces, but I was like, oh, I'll stick to the cheap route. But I did get all these like shoebox things at like a flea market and yard sales. I got my wife got 40 of these. These ones right here, these white ones. They have the white lids. She got like 40 of them for $5. So I have them all. She was going to use them for herself, and I got them all. I got tons under here. You can't see. And then I got behind me, under the bottom. Anything that's not camera view is usually all just parts, like even right underneath this shelf right here, you can see some of the boxes that are right there. But it's all lined to the bottom. But I've got so much room under the tables because I have new tables over here for the city that I can put drawers under there, like the Alexander drawers from IKEA. And I can actually put 2 there, 1 there. But IKEA's all the way in Orlando. So I can put 3 there and still put. But I'm going to be rearranging because I've got to fix my parts pieces. Especially since I'm trying to build more mocks. I've got to get better at that. Like I said, yeah, I just read that comment. I would love to do by like piece color and all that because then I'd be like, I need 27 of light gray of these slopes. I need 37 of 1 by, that would be easier. But you would need a lot of space for that. And if I had Brixie's area, like Brixie's thing, with his big, huge warehouse, then that would be the way I would do it. But that's that influencer money. If he didn't have that Lego influencing money, he wouldn't be able to be getting all that stuff. I can't imagine that electric bill, insurance for that place, especially with all that Lego in there because it's all insured. Whew. Oh, thank you. I'm good with what I got because I can do a lot with what I got. I just got to do more with what I got. It's not fit in my head. Yes, if you look at the so long it gets sick of it. Exactly. Yeah. I've been that way you can ask some of these guys in the chat. I've been hating my tiki bar for a few months now. And everyone's like, no, don't tear it down. And I'm like, I'm so tired of this thing. And I let peer pressure lead it to stay around for a while, but not anymore. So it's finally getting done. This next show will be its full year march of being shown in different ways because when it first was out, it was just the front facade that said Tiki Bar. Now it's a whole entire Tiki Bar, lights, and had a blender but burned out. Now it's got fish tanks. It's got so much other stuff on it. And there's parts that I want on it. Parts I could use for mocks that I can build and not have to worry about spending more money on parts that I know I already have and mocks that I'm not displaying or showing. And unfortunately, this is a mock I'm working on now, or this right here is one of those that just has to come down for what's going on in the world, but also these amazing parts I can use on this thing for said future mocks that I'll be even more proud of. Because I've built some stuff and not taken pictures, taking it apart, and I'm like, why didn't I take pictures? Why didn't I share it? Because sometimes it's just, quick 30, 45 minutes, and I'm like, I'm building something, and I'm just for myself, and I'm like, oh, man, that is cool. Destroyed. But that's the whole thing too. If you're an influencer, you have to like document pretty much everything you're doing, and you know, I'd forget I had my phone on me and go to the bathroom. Be like, oh, here we are today. Oh, crap, that's live. You know, I don't need to be that tired and work that hard. I already stressed myself out enough. You know, I just like sharing the Lego stuff because the Lego community loves to see and loves to share, and so if I do something Lego related, it gets shared, mostly on Instagram because YouTube is just for my Monday shows. I was gonna do an extra show, but until I get more stuff figured out and fixed around here and things like that, I'll try to come apart. So, but yeah, my God, I really did use a lot of pieces in this thing. I need to order some trans blue tiles to finish the beach in my Lego City. How many do you need? I know you're talking. Wrong one. Are you talking? You said light blue or dark blue? Because I got the 1x4 dark blues. Oh, what's a really bad? And then I think I've got 50 light blue or 1x2. I got more because this is a bucket of trans colors. So I got 2 buckets open down here. See, another reason why I need to get my sorting of my Lego better because it's ridiculous. All these shoe boxes just full of parts and pieces. Mark and Steven have a whole building on their mom's. Yeah, I know. I got to go in it. It's a huge, huge studio. It's really cool too. Big TV in there, couch. So if they have friends over or whatever, they can watch TV and games and stuff. And that's a really cool studio they've got there. They were blessed to, when they got that house, their mom got that house, they had that garage back there. And then Mark and Steven just worked so much to get it the way it looks. It's incredible. It's a really cool studio. I had the pleasure to go and meet the boys there after last year's Landenberg show. I don't know. And I got to hang out with them for a little bit in their studio. It really is a nice studio. It's got a nice flow to it. Like plenty of room for what they need to do. $5 for 40. That's a great deal. Did I miss something or did I say something? One last show. Yeah, one last show. Dark blue. The dark blue. So the 1x4 dark blue? I don't remember where I got that bag from. I think I got it from Whatnot. I think somebody was selling a whole bunch of translucent pieces and I had them for ocean work or what did I do it for? Oh no, I did it for the DJ booth, I think. I make a lot of lightsaber / explosions, / so my mind eat up a lot of trans red, orange, and flame. Oh yeah, I bet. Especially with explosions and stuff. Woohoo! One whole one done. And that will just go in the pile of bins that needs to be sorted. Bring on the next one. We'll end after I finish all of this. Like I said, it's going to be an easy stream. The containers your wife picked up. Oh, yeah. Yeah, because her mom lives in the Villages, and they happen to be like driving towards her mom's house, and some lady was having a yard sale, and she saw these shoe boxes with those white lids, and she's like, I'm going to need them for the house. I ended up stealing them, so they worked out good. But some of them loose. Don't eat that. Nope. I need that corner piece. Don't you eat it. Don't you eat it. Good girl. But a lot of these I got at like Walmart. You know, you get the 10-pack. They used to have a sale for the 10-pack of them. And it was like 10 for $10 or something. They're a little cheaper. Which ones are they? This one? No, it's this one. It's a cheaper plastic, so after a while they will crack and break. But again, that's why I got to work on getting better cabinets for my pieces and stuff. Got to update my storage containers. Time to get more serious with my Lego. Can't keep misabusing it like I am. Yeah, but I mean, that's the best thing to do, though, is if you're just needing storage stuff, these bins are amazing for Lego, because I even take 2 or 3 with me to conventions, and I have one set up as my convention box, so it has my extra batteries, labels, anything and everything I need for, extra stuff. But yeah, you can always find them at yard sales or even Goodwills or thrift stores. You can find a whole bunch of these shoe boxes for dirt cheap. And sometimes Walmart will have their sale on them when they have too much, and they come in a stack of 10 with the lids on top, and they got like a plastic ring around them. And they used to be like 10 for $10 or 10 for $12 now. But once in a while you get those, you're good. They'll hold a lot of your Lego. But I just want to get better at my sorting, because it really is embarrassing. I want to make it look a little better for myself, but for the viewers, mostly for myself, because it really is ugly. This just looks horrible. I could make this more decorative, like all of this stuff, or do something else. But it looks, to me, that just looks bad. I feel like a weird narcissist, because I have to go back and look at my videos to make sure, how was the sound, how was this, did I talk too much, which I usually do, this or that, and every time I'm like, God, this is such an eyesore. But that's okay. That is okay. Ooh. It was nice watching you. Have a nice night. I am watching from Europe. Well, good sir, ma'am, or European, or whatever you would like to be called. I feel like there's a piece and there's another place. Have a good morning, evening. I'm very bad at the time change thing right at this moment. But thank you for stopping by and enjoying what little chaos I can provide. Usually there's more, but this is just a destruction stream instead of a build stream. That's what you all voted for. Whew, there we go. Now the rest. Yeah, make it a short stream. Well, not short, because we're an hour and a half now because of my rambling. But we're almost done with this, and then we'll call it a night. Because my baby's making lasagna, and I are hungry. Gotta go fast now, though. Yep. Those flesh-colored ones are always fun. They're always fun. So, Nexus, what are you bringing to the convention? Are you bringing all Spider-Man, or are you bringing anything else? Because I think after Atlanta, I definitely got to work on some big stuff. Get some mocks out there that look good. Just the Spider-Man stuff. Music, but at least you'll have your stickers up, so that's always cool. At least you'll have your stickers. Yeah, I might need I've got a lot of extra minifigure pieces. I might need to do a couple for some tokens, because I don't have stickers to hand out on builds. I have a comparisons mock of mostly stuff I had last year, though. But they had the new CMFs. Are you adding any of them? Changing out your Spider-Man 2099 for the new one. Come on. Really, sometimes pop these off real fast. The 48s. Yeah, I still only have the 7 of the new CMF line. I haven't gotten any of the rest because I haven't really been on the search for them. I wasn't going to get this series, but I happened to find that a stash someone was hiding those 7, so I picked them up. But I don't know. Because I feel like with CMFs, you can only use them for certain things. Like if they did a whole, here's 1980s, 1990s Pirates CMF. Oh, well, at least then you can do pirate mocks. You have different pirates. But I feel like with those animal ones, I can only use them for like a zoo or for advertising something or, for a parade or something. They're great. They look good. But I just, again, with the going in the mock building, it's more, I'm not looking at minifigures anymore like I used to. Like when I first was getting into Lego, I was like, oh, minifigures, these are great. But I don't put minifigures in my mocks. So, I mean, for my Lego City, obviously, but not my mocks. So, I don't know. I look more towards pieces and stuff and what I could or couldn't do with certain things. Oh, caught it. Yes. But maybe that's just me. Yeah, I will be doing the Lego Spider-Man CMS as my Lego. Ah, okay. One more right on the edge. All right. Ow. Come on. Play nice. Ooh, I can smell it. It smells good. You can tell that's why you're by the door. Joe's by the door waiting for food too. I can smell it. Now I got the food cooking. I gotta go now. All right, Nexus. I'll see you later, man. I'm almost done, anyways. As soon as I get these last of these plates, it actually kind of looks cool, like a Western one. These plates off, then I'm gonna be calling it a night as well. So I am glad that you all stayed for what you did. I know it's not as exciting as they usually are, but that's what you all voted for. And even now, it was 100%. Now it says 71%. So y'all still wanted the destruction of a mock. So no build for you, just destruction. Oh my goodness, what was I thinking? I'm actually glad I'm taking this part because I've learned a lot on this build that I should not have done. I didn't need it. I could have used bricks instead of 1,000 plates to go up height on certain areas. So, see, it was a good idea to tear this one down because I learned from it. If I can get rest. Come on. There we go. Ooh. There we go. Ooh. Oh. Okay, so you don't want to come off that way. Let's see if. So close. So close, I promise. Okay, so what is holding you up? You should be able to pop off now. Or not. My poor nails. Whew. The brick separator is hurting a little. The brick separator's hurting. Whew, there we go. So close. There we go. You still with me, Manatee? You still there, buddy? I think you're the last one. I think you're it. You're the last survivor. tiles on this one. Okay. Oops. Only a few more to go. Of course, doesn't want to cooperate. Yeah. Take that. Oh. Okay, so you have to come this way. Bam, bam, bam. Woo! DuckTales, woo! Look at that. It's being done. All right. Looks like we got 6 plates left, so I will say it now. Thank you all for staying as long as you did, if you did. I know the destruction of this mock hurt some of us, mostly me, because all the work I put into it, but it's okay. These parts will come in handy. And I shall see you all next week. Same bad time, same bad channel. A clean 48 by 40 plate. And as always, you stay grumpy. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.